what's up, YouTube? Or anybody watching this? Friends, family, doesn't matter. Oh, this is gonna be the realest video I've ever did. Like, I've ever shot. It's crazy. But, yeah, it's gonna be the realest video I've ever shot. Like, smoking a cigarette right now. This is gonna be the realest video I've ever shot, ever. Raw, no editing. It's 5:18 in the morning, and I was trying to go to sleep, and I genuinely don't sleep at night. I genuinely don't sleep at night, and so I was trying to play this video to help me, ease my mind, calm my mind. The video is the promises of God, Bible verses for sleep. Okay, I gotta add. That's cool. But I got little. Hold on, turn my brightness. This is literally the last video I was watching. It's right there. I was watching that trying to go to sleep, couldn't, and it just had me in my mind just thinking. Because my thing is, perspective is everything. I'm gonna get it tattooed right here with the infinity symbol. Perspective is everything. But let me run you by. Oh, my hair's ugly right now. Don't mind me. But let me run you by why I say perspective is everything. My boyfriend's in the room sleeping right now. Let me run you by that. I've known I was gay since I was like 10, 11. Like going to sleepovers at this one. No, this kid came over to our house actually for a sleepover, and we was doing some gay shit type shit. But like I knew. I've always knew. It wasn't like I've come to a realization. No, it's like I've always said, I don't get how people say they can do. No, I've known that since I was little. I've known. So it's been a known fact to me at least. It's been a known fact. But I try to hide that from everybody, friends, family, loved ones, right? I literally hide the fact that I'm gay from the internet. It's kind of crazy now that I think about it. Now that I'm like, I got this shit in my head and I can't get it out. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of crazy. So let me break down let me break down why I say perspective is everything. This video is going to be titled "Why I'm Happy My Mom is in Federal Prison." That's going to be the title of this video. But let me break it down of why that's the title of this video. So when I was little, I've always known I've had anger issues. I've told my mom I've had anger issues. I can't recall me ever telling my dad that I have anger issues. But I've always known. I've been breaking stuff since I was fucking, a rascal, a little jet, bro. I've been breaking shit for. When do you want to count it? I mean, when do you want to start the countdown from when I've been breaking shit? Like it's crazy. Like I get so enveloped or involved in videos or TV or in life in general. I get so angry and riled up. Speaking from the video yesterday the video I posted 2 days ago of me getting pulled over, I was literally on a rant about why I hate certain things and hate certain people, but I don't hate those people. Like in my heart, I can't say I hate those people. Like my uncle, I can't say I hate him. I can dislike the things he did, but I can't say I hate him or wish death on him. That's kind of fucked up of me to say. I can't genuinely say that. Hold on, calm down. I can't genuinely say that though. So let me break it down. I don't have anger issues, and I've known I was gay since I was a little jet, right? I'm gonna put this out just so I can talk with my hands. But I've known that. It's been a known fact for me, at least, a known fact. So let me break it down like this: why I don't talk to my mother as much as I should do, even though she's in federal prison. Break it down like this: my father, Fletcher Coleman. I love my father for life, until the day I die. You feel me? But he died in 2016. And then in 2016, I wasn't smoking cigarettes. I wasn't smoking weed. I wasn't even vaping. I was a good kid. I wouldn't say I was a straight A kid. I still had my F's, C's, D's, B's, whatever. But I was my path was straight, like straight line path. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew, let's just say in my brain, I knew what was going to happen next type shit. So when my dad died in 2016, that kind of threw my life off balance. Like kind of flipped the script. It kind of made me realize, like, open my eyes a little bit. And sorry, I'm trying to get emotional, but it like made me kind of open my eyes a little bit. So my dad died in 2016, which I don't really talk about on the internet or to anybody. But when he died in 2016, I wasn't in a how do I put this? I wasn't in the right headspace. I kind of was like, oh, my dad's dead. Sorry, my dad's dead. What does that mean for me? Because we kind of share the same name, Frederick Coleman. We literally have the same. Where's my? Oh, I'm gonna show you my social security card. I need to jail. Cover my ID and my address. But hello, can y'all see that? Literally have the same name. I don't gotta prove it to you. Look at my Facebook. But anyway, we literally have the same name, so that's like, I don't know. It kind of fucked with me a lot. Like heavy, like really heavy. Like I was not in the right mind space to be around these certain type of things that I'm about to mention. So I was when my dad died, my mom kind of became, hold on, let me break it like this. I love my dad because he introduced me to video games. My name is Twisted Vibes on PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. It's that I did not come up with that name. That is all my dad. That is all him. I guarantee that credit. That goes to dad. That goes to pops. But like the reason, sorry, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I don't want to shoot this video. I don't even want to talk about this on the internet. But vent. I don't like the fact that he died the way he did. I need some water. I don't like the fact he died the way he did. My dad was a truck driver for many years, but before that he was a cook at this restaurant. Fire. But it's not the point. He died on the road, alone by himself. I wasn't there. I used to go with him all the time in the summers or when I wasn't doing school or anything. We would go be truck driving. It was a vibe, man. Just seeing the road, just being on the road, listening to music. I remember listening to Sway in the morning, Sirius XM. Shit was too gas, man. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be cussing a lot, but it was too gas. It was too fire. Meeting random people. The first time I've ever played, sorry, the first time I ever played pool was at a truck stop when he was working for Milton Trucking. And man, I met this old dude, like this old head. He used to talk about how he used to be like a professional pool player and stuff like that. He taught me how to play pool. Mind you, my dad, I'm breaking down like this. My dad, he would drive all day, a stop, rest stop, whatever, look around, get back on the road. Me being a little jit, I wasn't really a on the road type of guy. Like now, like me now growing up being 20, it's like, damn, I wish I would have stayed up all night like I do, or I wish I would have did all this and did all this. I can't take that back. I can't go back in time and reverse that. You know what I'm saying? I can't. So it hurts. It kind of like I'm stressed. I'm sorry. Like it fucks with you. It physically, like physically, it mentally fucks with you. Like we have the same name. We play the same games. Like he introduced me to GTA Vice City, like all the driving shit like that I do, and Call of Duty and shit like that. That I've never been interested in shooting games, FPS or nothing like that. It's always been like Madden and stuff. But he like introduced me to like the FPS games or first person shooters. That's what I was trying to say. FFS. But yeah, like he was the reason behind that. He's the reason I'm Twisted Vibes, like on the gamer tags, on the users, or whatever. He's the reason I'm Twisted Vibes. That will always be his legacy, his thing that he left behind for me, whatever, right? So when he died, sorry, I'm getting choked up so much. But when he died, it kind of like flipped the script. So my mom, she was emotional, of course, how a woman should be. She was emotional, crying, devastated. But at that time, we live behind Orange Street. I forget the name of the street. 17th. We were living on 17th, and at that time, Dad was dead, so no one kept coming in that way. But I'm not gonna talk about that yet. Wait. So my dad was dead, and what happened? Oh, my uncle started. Actually, before any of that happened, my mom was living with us. It was me and my one sister, because my other sister Tasia had already moved off to Dallas and doing her thing. She's on her big one. She's on her big one. But I'm trying to be serious, but like the entertainer in me is trying to entertain. But this is not supposed to be an entertaining video. This is supposed to be a serious sit down with me and talk at 5:30 in the morning. But Like dead ass. Like she's on her big one. My sister Jada still lives in Amarillo. Still lives in the six type. Still lives in the six, and she has her apartment. I don't even talk to my sisters like I should, but we'll talk about that later. So she was living with us, and it was like I mean everything was peachy. I was still going to school. I was still I was still on my right path, or the path that I was led on, right? So I was still on that path. And my cousin Deviante, no, before he came over, my mom had um, she had moved out and got a or found a boyfriend or whatever. She found a boyfriend, wasn't really around as much, wasn't really, how do I put this without being rude? No, she wasn't really, in my brain, perspective, guys. She wasn't really being what a mom should be when a child. I'm the youngest. I'm the baby. When a child has just lost their father. But I guess I wasn't acting like I should have been acting. But that doesn't matter. She wasn't being the mom that I was like. Damn, I grew up with this person. She was always there for me, cooked for me, always got the got me on my shit right, as a mom is supposed to do. But she wasn't doing, in my mind and what I was seeing, she wasn't there no more. It kind of like, as soon as my dad died, okay, my mom was living with us for 2, 3 more months, right? And then disappeared, boyfriend gone, out of there. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she, she picked one shoulder up, picked the other shoulder up, and dropped them. She was like, I'm not gonna let that affect my body. I'm not gonna let that affect my life on Earth, which I can totally respect and I can totally understand now. But back then, and still in my brain, perspective wise, I cannot understand how you leave your kids in the situation I'm about to bring up. So she moves out. My uncle moves in. He does his thing. And my cousin Deviante introduces me. But hold on, wait. By this time, I'm in high school still. I think second year, so sophomore. I haven't smoked weed. I've had cigarettes before, but I haven't indulged like I am now, I guess. But I haven't really been introduced because I was never really interested in that type of shit. You can ask all my day ones. You can ask David. I think David is the only one that really knows because we was in Spanish class, and I was like, bro, I would never smoke. I literally was telling him I would never smoke weed. That's like nothing. I can't see that in my future. At that time, I could not see that in my future. I was so on a narrow path. I was straight, and I was just after my dad died. I was still on that straight and narrow path, right? So my dad dies, and my cousin moves in after, because his uncle moves in. Oh, I'm sorry, his uncle. My uncle moves in. That's obviously his son. So my cousin moves in. My cousin introduces me to weed. Introduces me kind of like, nah, I'm not gonna say he peer pressured me because at the end of the day, I'm a human. I can make my own choices. It was offered to me, and I took it. I can't say, hey, it's him, it's him, it's him, it's him. No, that's ego. That's ego. But no, I can't say that. That was all Fred. That was all me. That was all me. I'm just gonna say Fred. That was all me. So I did that, and then I literally have the video if I can find it on my phone. The first time of me ever smoking, I did if I can find it real quick, I did like a little freestyle or whatever. He recorded it, and I remember I was talking about some weird shit. Hold on, let me open this chat real quick. I remember talking about some weird shit, bro. Like, I remember, if I can find a video, it's not loading right now, but if the video was so crazy of me, like, rapping. It was a good video. I mean, let me see. No, that's not the video. Okay, I can't find it. But it was a video of me rapping, freestyling, because I've been freestyling, rapping since I was in grade school, gym floor, literally. But I was doing that, and it was. So I'm gonna use this word a lot. It was a vibe. It was a moment. It was like, oh, cool. Thinking about it now, adult me or present me. It's like, wow, I really should have did that, but at the time I was kind of screwed up. I was kind of loose after my dad dying, so I kind of was open to anything, open to anything that wouldn't make me think about Legacy, my album that was supposed to come out in 2022. We're not gonna talk about that yet, but that wouldn't make me think about my dad. So I would distract myself, playing the video game, smoking weed, playing the video game, smoking weed. That became a routine for about, let's say, 4 fucking years, right? It became a routine every day. Smoking weed, play the game. Smoking weed, play the game. School got dropped. I said that's not for me. Dropped it. Why did I do that? Looking at that now, the dumbest shit I've ever done in my whole 20 years of living. But wait, there's more. That's crazy, right? So you would think, perspective guys, think of me as 16, 17-year-old Fred, right? Nope, 16, 17-year-old, this is like, I don't want to say like 13, 14-year-old Fred, right? Think of me, little jit, bro. Little jit. You would think your mom would be around to influence, to be an influence after in my head, the better influence stepped down or passed off or went away, whatever. Stepped down, passed away, whatever. You would think that your mother would be the influence or someone that would step in and say, hey, don't do that, or man, put that down, or stop it. No, that was not how. That's not what went down, gang. That is not how it. When I say the flip, when I say the flip script, when I say the when I say the script flipped, it flipped, bro. My mom, I've never, from that point, for me being legit, and after my dad died and I started smoking and stuff like that, I have never seen my mom smoke weed. I've never seen my mom be. I've seen her be. We're not gonna talk about that, but you know. So I kind of was never really. I didn't see my mom in that light. But the second I started smoking, it's like, it's kind of like she started smoking, but I can't really say that that's what happened, but whatever. It's like that's what it felt like to me, little jit me, right? That's what it felt like. I can speak my truth. That's what it felt like. So I was like, damn, okay, if she can do it, I can do it. Not okay, kids. If you're little jits, like 17, under 18, do not smoke weed. Don't even try weed. Weed is not the go. Weed is not the thing that's going to bring. It's not going to bring your father back, bro. I'm just gonna bring it. I'm gonna just. I'm gonna just say it like that. No cap. I'm just say it like that. It's not gonna bring your father back. It's not gonna bring your legacy up. It's not. That should be real. It's not. So at this time, I'm like, not going to school, smoking every day. Mom really doesn't mind. Uncle wants me to go to school, wants me to get my education. That was big up on him. But let me tell you where the demon, the devil came in. That's why I call it the devil's letters. But let me tell you where the demon came in. I started, what do you call it? A routine, pattern. Smoking. Oh, wait, no. There was still a little bit of school in there before I started dipping off. There was school, smoking, games. School, smoking, games. Then it became games. Smoking games, game smoking, hanging out with friends and smoking, stuff like that. It became, what do I want to say? Natural. It became instinct, right? So let's break it down like that. It became instinct to kind of like naturally form that. So school kind of fell off. Job-wise, was never really working that much, but I did have a stable job at KFC at one point, but then fell off because I liked smoking. Smoking was literally, if I have to scale myself down, let's do it. I'm gonna break myself down into two personalities right here. I'm gonna break them down like this. This is Fred, me, and this is Twisted. Twisted is the guy that started smoking. Even though I like the name Twisted Vibes, I love it. But let's just say Twisted is the one that started smoking. So Fred, when his dad died, Fred, before his dad died, the scale was like this. Fred was up here, Twisted was down here, right? Twisted still had a life. Yeah, Twisted was, I say Twisted was the more exuberant me, like the exaggerated, flamboyant me, like the gay me. Because my dad knew I was gay. Hold on, wait, let me put it down. I know he knew I was gay because he caught me doing that. So I knew for a fact that he knew, and I think other people in our family knew, but it was like my body, the way I think of things and do things, nobody can know that until I'm ready to say that. And if someone else says that, it kind of triggers me, like heavy. My best friends, I literally told them I was gay. They told their parents, who are also gay, or were also gay, and like it kind of fucked me up because why are you telling my business? I didn't tell that to them. I told that to you. It fucked me up. Like don't like I literally I was fighting with these dudes, best friends, favorite people in the world, I was fighting with these people like, don't ever tell my business. Even when we're out here in Tulsa, they would tell my business like, don't ever tell my business. That is something that I want to share, that I haven't brought out into the world, that I haven't brought out to my family. Let me share that. That's mine. That's my secret type shit. But like thinking like that is kind of like egotistical with me, very egotistical with me. But mind you, I'm still smoking and doing that. But let's break it down like this. Fred, before his dad died, was all the way up here, right? Good. Now I wouldn't say I was a good kid. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I was a good kid. But I was stable. There we go. Fred right here was stable, focused mind. Then, when my dad died, it kind of became, oh, Twister came in and started fucking vibing, rocking, Millie, rocking. He was going crazy. It became worse than the alcohol. It became worse than the weed. It became alcohol. It became nicotine. It became everything I could get my hands on, just to stop that little bit of thought, like legacy, Fred the Rapper. Like literally, it's gonna sound like a lot, but it's like in the back of my brain would be legacy, Fred the Rapper, legacy, every fucking day. But as soon as I would smoke, he would stop listening, bro. The kid, the jit would stop listening, bro. Because I was supposed to come out with an album in 2022 named Legacy. That was supposed to be my legacy. No. We're going to explain why I didn't come up with that album. But that was supposed to be my hottest, my debut album, right? Never dropped it. I dropped some songs from it, which are on Facebook and on YouTube or whatever. But I'm not like proud of those songs, but like they're still like good songs that I made, and I was like vibe, like I could genuinely not being on drugs, not being high or anything. I can genuinely vibe to a song and say it's a good song, bro. Ego wise, it's a good song, bro. Put me, I'm better than Drake, bro. Ego wise, but it wasn't really the legacy that I really wanted to leave behind. Legacy I really wanted to leave behind, type shit. But it was more of a like a challenge, it was more like a challenge, right? Because I told my friends before, I was like, oh, I want to be skinny before I graduate high school. Didn't graduate high school, right? But I still became skinny. I don't know how I did that. You want to know how I did that? Smoking weed every day, drinking water, eating one meal a day. I put it on everything. Smoke, drink some water, lay down, or play the game. Smoke, drink some water, lay down, play the game. Smoke, drink some water, play the game. Smoke, drink some water, play the game. Smoke, drink some water, play the game. Eat once a day. Maybe have like breakfast every once in a while, right? That's now thinking about it, it wasn't healthy, but I'm skinny now. Like I can flex that I'm skinny. Like that's a good thing that came out of it, right? I'm skinny now though. So let's backtrack. So my cousin introduced me to weed, started faltering, didn't go to school, stuff like that, right? So mom starts coming back around ever so often, often, right? So she'll come around, how y'all doing, kids? Y'all need anything? Type shit. Y'all, blase, talk to us a little bit. And then the first time I've ever done this, I probably only did it once or twice, but I smoked weed with my mom, and it was pretty much like, I would say, if I had to calculate or estimate, it was probably like 7 months after my dad died. It was the first time I've ever did that. It will be my last time, by the way. But it was my first time I ever did that, and it was weird, but at the same time, it became like, it was like, oh, like, kid me was like, oh, this makes it okay. This makes it better. Kids, if you're watching this, don't do what I did. But it made it better. Remind you, still gay, still haven't been in a relationship that whole time. Ever since I was, since I could walk, but since I knew I was gay, from jit status, I wasn't really interested in girls like that. Like, I could say, yeah, I like this girl named Kylie or Tamara, or yeah, I liked them because they were cool and they were vibey to hang around on. But did I ever actually want to do that? No. It's funny now that I think about it. Not think about it. Say it out loud. But like, I told so many like fabricated stories or exaggerated. There you go. Exaggerated stories about these things, about these females. Like that I genuinely wasn't doing. Like, I can't. If you don't want to hear this, you might want to skip 10 seconds. but I can't get for a female. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, it's the hell I work, bro. It's the hell I work, bro. I can't. I can say I get, I can say I get females numbers and things like that, but because I genuinely, I think I can. I'm pretty sexy if I do my hair and stuff like that. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 5:44 now. I'm not doing my hair and taking a shower. I'm doing all that right now just for a video. But like genuinely, like it was like damn. I've been wait. We're not gonna get to that. But genuinely, I was single for 19 years of my life, and I was like damn. I don't really rely on a female, but my niggas make me happy. Not like that though. Not like that though. Pause. Not like that though. But my best friends, they do make me happy, like in a general heart sense. Like every time my friends are mentioned or like talked about, like I post my friends all the time. Every time like I think about it, it's like oh my heart starts. Like what's the next thing? What's the next move? What's the next event? Like what's the next thing that we're gonna do that's gonna be crazy, right? That's how my brain is always thinking. But I've been off track like 17 times this whole video. But so uncle moves in, cousin moves in, start smoking, and being a bad. No, actually, let's just say it like this. I don't hate my uncle or my cousin, right? But let's just say it was a very bad influence on someone who was not in the right headspace. Let's say that it was a very bad influence on someone that was not in the right headspace. And my sister Jada, she was in the same house as me, did almost the same things as me, but not to my extent. I take everything extreme. Like if I'm playing a game or anything, this is why I say I'm the crash out kid. I will break the controller. I will break the TV. I'm gonna put in the comments if I could like text one of my family members and ask how many TVs and stuff I've broken over the years. I know it's over 7 because I will crash out by playing. Like I get so indulged into the life. Like I mold myself into the life. I feel like like my aunt has a video of me playing Madden on the floor, and I got scared of her just walking in the room, and I literally jumped and hit my bed. I hit my head on my bunk bed. That's how like indulged and locked in. Like I be locked in. Like I be like so mind focused on the game, right? So it kind of was like how to put it, a safe place for me, like a second home, like a home away from home, because my uncle and my cousin are doing their thing, but they'll kind of influence me to keep. Not influence. I'm not gonna say influence because it makes them sound like bad people. I'm gonna say it wasn't a good example. That's the only examples I've had of like, I guess you could say I'm not. I do not consider my uncle my father, but let's just say it was like a father figure type, right? So it was only like the only guy I was around at that time, older than me, that I was around at that time that was bringing me to light on different things that I probably shouldn't. I'm not gonna say he gave me bad advice or gave me ill advice or ill uncle or whatever, but it wasn't advice that I should be hearing when I'm not in the right mind space, not my mind space, head space, whatever. But it wasn't the greatest advice. So like I'm doing all this, being all bad. Then comes the night where I'm skipping ahead, but I'm skipping ahead. Then comes the night where things turn out for the worse. Fred gets Fred has a funny moment, a goofy moment, where he takes his Uncle Challenger and goes out racing with his friends. Honestly, I don't. It sounds, but I do not regret that moment because I'm so glad it happened. Because perspective-wise, it should have happened. It's just, I wish it happened sooner, motherfucker. To be honest, I really wish it happened because I did that, and he was out of town with my mom, and I think his girlfriend at the time or something. He was out of town with my mom. It was him, my mom, and some other girl, right? They were out of town. It was only me. It was me in the house, my cousin, his girlfriend. That's it, right? I knew where his car key was. Long story short, was out. I wasn't even at home. I was not even at home the night I took the challenge. I was not even at home because I was at a sleepover at my other friend's house, Oscar, who's actually a fucking great example. All we did was watch anime. He really put me on the anime. Dr. Stone put me on the anime. Dr. Stone, I know for a fact. I can't think right now, but Dr. Stone is one of those bangers. If you haven't watched Dr. Stone, what are you doing? But it's a banger anime. But anyway, he put me on the anime, put me on CSL Plasma, put me on a lot of like good straight and narrow dude, bro. Look at you, bro. Real talk. We put me on a straight and narrow path. But at the same time, I was still being twisted. I was still being, ooh, I like that. I was still being twisted though. And so I'm I'm over here at I'm over at Oscar's house, right, doing this little sleepover thing, and we're vibing, being, talking, just vibing, right? And I don't know. I get this text from my friends. They want to go like hang out, normal type shit. And at the time, yeah, it's kind of fucked up for me for leaving a sleepover to go hang out with some other niggas. But at the same time, it's Fred. He's twisted. I'm always gonna. No, it sounds fucked up, but I'm always gonna choose my day ones over anything else I'm doing. It sounds fucked up of me, but I love you, Oscar, bro. Come on, bro. You know you're a Brody. But I'm always gonna choose KP, David, or Jamara over any like. If anybody else wants to do something, but we'll see. We'll see if the gang wants to hang out or something. But back then, we'll see if we'll see what the other boys are doing. Like, but at the time, I should have just stayed my ass what I was doing. So I'm not gonna lie, we got a little bit intoxicated, and then I remembered the key because I didn't have it planned. Everybody thinks I had it planned to take the car, and I planned to do this. Back then I wasn't really 10 steps ahead of everybody, but now I am 10 steps ahead of everybody. Ego talking, but yeah, I wasn't really 10 steps ahead. I was drinking, and I'm always gonna say this. When I drink, the real Fred comes out because I just start saying shit and just blurting, bro. Because the one thing I can do is talk. This video is 31 minutes, and I still haven't explained to why I'm excited or why I'm glad my mom is in federal prison, whatever the title is. But anyway, I got the idea to do that, and we did that. My cousin, she tried to stop me before I was doing it, but I was like, I don't like this guy. Genuinely, I didn't like the guy. I'm not gonna say I didn't like my uncle at that time because there's some things that were said that don't need to be said on the internet again. But I'm gonna say this one part in a minute. But anyway, so I took his car. We had a fun ass night. Man, it was driving down the highways all fast, just singing, vibing. Then I took his car again. Went to my other friend's house to go pick up my controller. I took it like 3 or 4 times. I was really a bad jit. Let's just talk about how bad I was. If like anybody in my family that wants to lead by my example, please don't, because you do not want to go down the twisted road that I went down to be this great, you know. But anyway, actually, if I'm really speaking to anybody in my family, Kamel, if you ever see this video, do not fall. I am not a good role model. Like ass, I am not a good role model. Like I know we play games and lot. Like I can. Like, I'm funny and goofy and whatever, but, like, I am not a good role model. Like, my favorite, funny to say this, but, like, my favorite thing is, like, my cousins, like, my jits, bro. Those are literally my jits, bro. Like, my favorite thing, like, I literally have this vision in my mind is when I get my Tesla, I'm pulling up to Dallas, I'm picking up my cousin, and we going to Six Flags. That is the first thing I'm doing when I get my Tesla. I'm knocking on wood because I don't want nothing to falter. But I've always like envisioned of just me pulling up in the car, getting my cousin, just like doing the things that me and my dad should have did when I was a little kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, like it angers me that I can't have those memories no more. But at least I can make someone else have memories that they should have. Speak on it, but I'm getting too real. But like, I'm just so passionate about this, man. I just can't stop talking right now. So anyway. I need some more water. What is this? Oh, perfect. Oh, God, sweet tea. Fire. But anyway. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I took his car, whatever, had a night, was having fun. Don't lead by my example. He came home, my mom came home, and of course, your boy was not there because back then I was like, bro, this nigga's gonna kill me, bro. I'm dead. I'm dead, bro. I'm scared, bro. I'm a baby. Now I'm not a baby, bro. Because back then I was fat. I wish somebody would do this to me now. But back then, of course it was gonna happen. It was expected. He beat me up, whatever. He whooped me. I'm gonna say it like that. He whooped me. And I mean, some words were said that should not have been said, but I'm gonna repeat them so y'all can feel how I really feel in perspective, right? So he said to me, I'm dead ass. If I'm lying right now, God strike me down. He said to me, my dead dad is I'm gonna break it down to you like this. Imagine that chair is my dead dad, right, in an urn, and imagine I'm on the couch like this, right? I'm on the couch like this as he's like whooping me, and like I'm getting whooping obviously. So I'm crying, emotional, whatever. Mom's over there. Mom's obviously gonna be on her brother's side because that's her brother, and obviously I know I did wrong. But this right here is what's gonna can break your. This gonna if you're watching this video from anywhere, then you're not in my family. This right here is what's gonna break your fucking heart. He points at that urn and says, "You should be dead like your fucking father." When I tell you the rage that built up inside of me, I'm gonna. This is if anybody is watching this, I'm about to cap right now. But I'm about to cap right now. My rage was so built up. I knew my uncle had a gun, and I knew it was under the couch. I swear on everything I love, I would have took that gun from under the couch and put him right in his fucking face for saying that to me in my fucking face. But I was a kid. I'm legit. I don't do those things. I don't shoot guns and stuff like that. But at that time, that's immediately when, as soon as I heard those words, blood instantly was boom boom. My heart, wait, what the fuck did I just say? My heart was instantly boom 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 boom, and I felt my body get all hot. Like on everything I love, I felt my body get so warm, like I was gonna catch on fire. Like I was literally lava. I was so built up in my like. You don't need to understand what I'm about to say right now. But my father is so built up in my head. Legacy. Not my name, Twisted Vibes is my fault. Everything. I just explained that like 15 minutes ago, but everything. And to hear those words come from someone who's supposed to be, I don't know, a family member is crazy. But here's the kicker. Here's the fucking kicker, right? My mom is. Imagine that suitcase is my mom, right? She's about that far from us, and here's everything. And guess what she does, guys? Mm. 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 I could punch this. I could punch this screen right now. To hear those words and go, mm. Ooh, she's not a. But bro, that's literally how I be feeling, because to hear those words from someone that you're supposed to love. So, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be cussing a lot, but nigga, from someone that you're supposed to love and care about, you had children with this person, nigga. And to hear the words come from your brother, to hear those words come out of his mouth to be said to your youngest child, who is the fucking same name as the person you fucking married, to hear those words come out of someone's mouth and go, it's crazy. Am I insane for thinking that? No, I know I'm not insane for thinking that, because it's crazy. I'm trying to be quiet right now because my boyfriend is asleep, but I'm so passionate about this shit. I'm about to rip this shirt. It's not even my shirt. Like, think about what I just said. You should be dead like your father. Pointing at it. Imagine. I watch videos of Cool Kid FRMBX, right? He just went to Japan a couple weeks ago, and he was drifting around. And while he was drifting around one of his friends and pointing at him. Imagine saying some fucked up shit like that to somebody and pointing at him. Are you fucking serious? That's why my ego is so hard. I dropped that video about 2 or 3 days ago, because that will be, if anybody in the world, I don't give up if you comment this under the video now because I'm over it, but to be, from a family member, coming from a family member, you have to be cut off in my life. I can no longer respect you as a human. I can't. I will love you in my heart. You will stay in my heart forever. But I physically cannot be around you because I will crash out. I literally was telling my boyfriend this the other day. If I were ever to see him in real life, our car, I would crash it, because my body would not be able to physically control itself. I literally have anger issues. It will break me down like that. No, not it will break me down. Seeing him will trigger that memory, and I'm done. Whoever's around me is done. I will that shit so fast. I don't even do that, but it boils my blood, right? So he said that. I still lived with him for a couple months after that. Mom, after that one, I don't know. It was hard to. Let me be honest. Let me be completely 100% transparent. To be honest, it was hard to call my mom after that event. After that event, it was so hard to look at that person and be like, damn, I was raised with you from here with this person, and then the second that person left, you showed your true colors. Your true self came out. And that's the shit that hard, bro. And if my family members to this day ask me, "Oh, do you be talking to your mom? Do you be talking to your mom?" No, the question is, do my mom talk to me? And let's be real. No, nigga, she doesn't. Let's be 100% transparent. No, she doesn't. And that's, I'm not gonna say that I'm glad she's in the place she is. She put herself in that position. She right. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to calm down before I literally crash out of something. This is why I smoke, because if I don't, I will literally break everything around me. And I try to be let's bring back to present me, right? I try to be as calm, as caring, as passionate as I can. But when I actually genuinely care about something and genuinely care about people, the things they do and say sometimes will trigger the fuck out of me to the point where I need to actually disappear, where I need to actually forget thinking about legacy. I need to actually forget thinking about ego and everything. I just need to disappear from reality for a second, right? So, where was I? After that, she, you know, what happened? She paid for the damages on the car. It wasn't even that much damage. It was literally a rim that was bent a little bit, because obviously I'm not a licensed driver at that time. Still not a licensed driver, but we're not gonna talk about it. But I wasn't a licensed driver at that time, and it was a little chip of mirror paint from moving the car without trying to turn on the car, whatever. So, he's still mad and angry, bossing me around, as he should though, as he should, bossing me around. That's where the ego twisted started to build, because think about it, at the same time I'm still smoking and doing me, right? I'm still, no matter what, I'm still gonna do me, regardless of anybody, regardless of family status, relationship status, value, virtue, whatever. Regardless of anything, I'm going to do me. Fred is going to be Fred, regardless of what anybody says, no matter what, right? So I'm still living in the same house with this person, and hold on, I gotta smoke real quick. Still living in the same house with this person, still not going to school, still smoking, stuff like that, right? I consider my friends a really a godsend, if anything. KP, David, Jeremiah, Oscar, everybody. I can't mention everybody right now, but it's literally a godsend that I have these people in my life, right? So one night he takes it extreme. I have the video on my phone. I was actually looking at it last night. He that my lip is all busted and everything, and face is bloody, whatever. He takes it to the extreme. I end up saying, fuck this. Why am I still in this situation? At the time, my mom is arrested at this time, but like, I'm still in this situation, and things are not really shit's not changing, right? But before my mom got arrested, let's jump back, right? Before she got arrested, we received Social Security checks. Let's go. We're gonna break down this real quick. We received Social Security checks. Me and my other sister. I don't know if my other sister received one. I don't really know the drama or tea about that. But we all received Social Security checks, and the way she kind of moved with the money, perspective-wise, let me talk. Let Fred talk, right? She, I don't want to say words that are going to be on the internet, but she was moving shady as a motherfucker. Remember, guys, new boyfriend, not really seeing her kids as much. I'm gonna say kid because it affected me mostly, but kid as much, not really around, not really there, right? Not doing what a mother should do, right? So, come to find out, come to fucking find out. Y'all know I love video games from my dad, right? Come to fucking find out. At this time, Fred does not have a PS4 because Fred's a crash out kid. And what happened to my PS4? No, I had a PS4, but it wasn't like a PS4 Pro. It was before the PS5. This was before the PS5, guys. This wasn't a PS4 Pro. It was just like a regular PS4, loud ass fan, sounding like that when I turned it on. It was honestly a nightmare to have him play, but it was a fun ass experience, right? So come to find out, right? My mom comes over one day, her and her boyfriend, husband, that I had to find out from someone else. Actually, I found out from Facebook that she had gotten remarried. That was crazy. That was baffling to me. But anyway, come to find out, she's married, whatever. So this dude, my Chromebook's gonna die. This dude in my mom. Hold on, pause. Take a pause break. We're back. Okay. So come to find out, they come pick me up and she wanna show me her new house, right? Or their house they're renting or whatever. Mind you, I'm still supposed to be going to high school and stuff like that. A kid, supposed to be a jit, right? But at this time I'm still smoking and doing all these things. Take it from my perspective, guys. I'm literally telling you how I see it and how I saw it from my point of view. This is Fred's perspective. I walk into the house, normal house, big ass TV though. We didn't have that. Everything was, it was a nice house. It was set up nicely, as she should have it set up, right? As she should, being a mom of 3 kids who just lost their father. As she should. She should be in a new house with a new man, right? So I'm just thinking, oh, it's a new man. Cool. She's coming there and try to talk to me, be my dad. This nigga would never be my dad. But whatever, right? Come to find out, he has a kid. And not the same, I'm not going to say the same age as me. A little bit younger than me, right? But bro has a brand new PS4 Pro. Okay. I could write that off as your dad got that for you or something like that, right? Right. But then, mind you, the only reason I play video games is because of my dad, who was dead at this time, right? Mind you, she knows my dad is dead. She obviously knows, right? And she knows that I play video games, that I like video games, that I like. As my mom, she should know what the fuck I like, right? So she should know this, right? She asked me, she's like, PlayStation does that thing where you can have video games on any console, right? And I was like, oh yeah. I'm thinking she's just talking to me. I'm thinking we're just having a normal, regular conversation, right? And she asked me, oh, you think you can put Fred's account on there, my dad, and so he can have all the games that you have? Huh? Run that by me one more time? I didn't really say that, but run that by me one more fucking time? Put who? Put whose account on who? I'm not gonna lie. I lied. I said, oh, I forgot the password. I straight up lied. I know the password. I made the fucking password, bitch. I'm not a bitch. But after he died, I had to become a hacker Fred and log into all his accounts so I could still be able to play all the games that I purchased on that account. It's literally the legacy that he left behind for me is to be able to play these video games that we played together as a child. That is the legacy he left behind for me. And anybody, whoever thinks they could leech onto that, take that away from me or twist it in some way, no. I'm sorry, but no. And that's not even the fucking worst part. That's not even the worst part, guys. So, right, I'm supposed to be getting Social Security. I'm sorry, I was smoking a cigarette on camera, but I'm too stressed to talk about this without a cigarette in my hand or something. But I'll put it out for the clips. I'll put it out. She comes by the house, right? And I'm thinking she's coming by to, visit her kids. That's not the fucking case. So, she's out shopping with her friend Crystal. Sorry to mention your name on the internet, but I don't give a fuck. She's out with her friend Crystal, right? And they just went shopping. There's a bunch of Walmart bags. There's a bunch of everything. So she brings in all the food in the house. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I start putting the food in the fridge. Nigga, I start putting the food in the fridge of our house that my mom used to live with. Her name is still in the fucking rent, bitch. That she used to live with us in. And tell me why she tells me, no, that's not for y'all. That's not for here. I go, oh, okay. So I'm thinking, I'm like, fine. There's plenty of food here, right? There's bags. Nigga, when I tell you there was like 14 to 15 bags of just like food on the floor, I'm not fucking lying, bro. She told me stop. Don't. That's not all for here, or whatever the fuck she said. I think she said that's not all for here. So I was like, okay, reasonable. She's probably gonna, take something to her house and leave some over here. That's reasonable as a mom. Nigga, no. Tell me why another fucking car pulls up. Cause my uncle, he's smart. He's a very smart individual. He has cameras everywhere, so I can see. Mind you, I'm standing in the kitchen. There's a monitor. Literally, it's kind of set up like our old house, but there's a monitor right there. I can see with my fucking eyes that there's a car pulling up. And I'm like, oh, who is that? Thinking in my head like, oh, it's one of my uncle's friends. Ain't got nothing to do with this. Nah, it's one of my mom's friends, and she comes over, comes out the car or whatever, and I can see them on the fucking camera. They go up to the car and they start like picking shit up and taking it to their car. I'm like, oh, okay, let me be a good kid, good son, and go help them. Mind you, I did not go into the trunk of the car. I've only went into the backseat of the car. It pisses me off because like I should love my mom, but at the same time, because what the fuck are you doing? When I tell you there were 4 Nintendo Switches back there, brand fucking new, in a whole. Nigga, it looked like she looked like she was fucking Mr. Beast before Mr. Beast. Before I was watching Mr. Beast, my mom was Mr. Beast that day, motherfucker. There were so many motherfucking boxes of AirPods and AirPods and motherfucking Nintendo Switches, games and stuff like that. Mind you, I did get 1 pair of AirPods. Mind you, I got 1 pair of fucking AirPods. I'm not gonna be mad or upset about me getting 1 pair of AirPods. But bitch, where's my Nintendo? Like, sorry, that's rude, but mom, where's my Nintendo? Right? Where's my stuff? Where's your son's? I'm punching myself way too hard. But where's your son's stuff, right? Don't make sense to me at that time. So, still unloading all this stuff to other people's cars. I don't know what it was going to. In reality, I really don't know if it was going to those kids that were in the car or to homeless shelter or anything. I don't know what her plans were with those Nintendo Switches. But I know what I fucking saw, and I saw those kids' faces light up when they fucking, Mom, look what we got. I know, honey. No, motherfucker, that's supposed to be me. And it's ego. It's ego because I'm a very selfish individual. But bro, are you? It's funny because some people in my family don't even know what I be seeing with my own eyes. That shit is fucking crazy. That's the reason I smoke so much and do the bad shit that I do. My sins that I have to live with every day and deal with every day, but it's on me, it's in my heart, and this is how I feel. I'm speaking my truth, and if you can't handle my truth, click out of the video. This is already a 52-minute video, and it's not even half the fucking story, gang. So right, she does all that. She gets those gifts for those kids. Mind you, I still have the same PS4 I had. I now have 1 pair of AirPods. Oh, and let me not mention this. She did take us shopping, and we got a bunch of new clothes. And I asked for an iPhone, but I was told I couldn't get that. But I got another cheap Android phone, like the cheap Android phone I have right now. I'm grateful. Forever be grateful. Forever be thankful that she was able to take me on those trips and things like that. But in hindsight, so let me tell you what I found out from. I'm not gonna drop names, but from other people that would just randomly spill tea that probably shouldn't be heard by me. But so my mom, apparently, I don't know if this is true or false, but I don't want to say these people lied to me or they told me a lie, right? I don't want to. These people, I trust these people. My fault. I'm just not gonna say that. But being told that my mom is that I'm supposed to be getting more or supposed to be in a better situation by other people, I'm not supposed to be in this situation, I'm not supposed to, people telling me that and me having to go home and think about that should not be told to me, because when I see things, I start to notice things, and the little things, it builds up and it builds up and builds up and builds up until one day I finally fucking break. And then one day when I break, I'm gonna break bad. And like I say, like the video a couple days ago, when I was talking my shit about people I shouldn't even be talking shit on, I was speeding. And when I speed, well guys, when you speed, what happens? Cops come, and when cops come, you get a ticket. Happens, life. Can't be mad at that. But I started thinking because I credit myself to being a smart individual. I'm very dedicated. I'm smart, right? I'm not dedicated to going to school, but I'm smart in my own regard. So I'm seeing these people are telling me these things, right? You should have more money than this, blah 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 blah. Then no, I disorganized the way I'm talking, but imagine somebody's telling you that and then you see it. Like, so they spoke it, and I literally had to go home and live it because, bro, there's no way that you're taking care of someone else's kid and not taking care of your own kid. I don't give a fuck if you just lost your husband. I could, if I were to ever have kids, there is no way in hell that I could ever see me, that I could ever see me treating myself, treating my kids the way my mother treated me after my father died. There was no way in hell I could ever see myself treating my kids like that. There is no way. There's no way on God's green earth I could see myself treating my kids like that. Because the things I see from my eyes, guys, it just doesn't make sense, right? So one night my uncle goes too far, end up bleeding, whatever. I end up moving out of that house entirely. Started living with my grandparents. Still not on the straight path that I'm supposed to be on, that I was on in little jit status. I'm older now, so I say I moved in when I was 18, no 17, because I wasn't even an adult yet, so 17, and I kind of reverted back to the same status, back to the smoking, hanging out with friends, playing a game, smoking, hanging out with friends, playing a game, smoking, hanging out with friends, playing a game. Mind you, there was a period where I wasn't just smoking, hanging out, playing games. Yeah, I had a job at Lowe's and Chick-fil-A and stuff like that. But then it's like when my passion, like being at my grandparents' house, living with my grandparents for those 2-3 years was honestly the most that I've ever reverted from being twisted to being Fred. That's where the revert of the revert happened. The reverse of the reverse happened. I kind of started folding back into my Fred ways, started acting like my dad, but started revolting back into my Fred ways, and then started evolving out of twisted. Slowly but surely, I was evolving, truthfully. And one night, I'm hanging out with my friends, and as I do with my friends, I drink. Not all the fucking time, guys, but I drink and I smoke maybe every once in a while, right? At this time, every once in a while. So, mind you, I'm living at my grandparents' house. One night, we get drunk, and I posted this on Facebook a couple days ago. I was like, there is nothing a female could ever give me. All I need to do is get my Tesla, and I'm good. What can a female give for me that I can't give myself? I recorded that video on Snapchat, and I will stand by that video till the day I die, because I was really thinking about everything that I've seen with my eyes. My mom, as soon as my dad left, my role model, as soon as he left, shit just flipped the script, right? And I wasn't really in my Bible. I wasn't really in my scripture. I wasn't really living the life that I truly wanted to live. I wasn't in my Bible. I wasn't in my bag, really. And it kind of got to a boiling point, because I'm not gonna go into into too depth, but it got to a boiling point where I was so angry at myself that I couldn't stop myself from being mad. My friends, my friends at the time who I was at their house, I was so angry I had to tell them to take me home, or I was gonna do something bad, because when I crash out, when I start drinking or I crash out, is when I really start talking and being the real me. And man, I'm not gonna say it kills me, but it almost like makes me want to like do harm to myself. I don't want to like cut myself or anything like that. Don't, no suicide hotline or everything, but like it makes me want to like physically destroy. You feel me? And that's what happened that night. I got arrested. I can show the mugshot. Wait, let me pull up the mugshot. I literally have it in my it's one of those things I look back on and I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy that I did that. Whatever, I'm just gonna post it on Facebook with this video beside it. But this was the night that like kind of broke Fred No, it broke Fred. It broke. Yeah, it broke Fred. It twisted, and Fred were equal. They were like at the they were in the same mind, I would say, right? Like I wasn't really thinking, oh, I shouldn't be smoking, but I wasn't really thinking, oh, I shouldn't be smoking. They were kind of in an even match, in an even match. But as soon as I got a little bit drunk, Fred really came out, and he was angry. I literally went to my room in my grandparents' house, and I was so mad. I was throwing my phone. I was crashing out because I literally I could not see myself living anymore if I kept doing Twisted, right? So I got arrested. I got what, whatever. Got arrested and ended up sleeping in a jail cell for like 3 nights, 2 nights, 2 nights, whatever, right? No one came to bail me out. No one came to do anything. I did that shit on my own, right? Because I put myself there. I'm gonna get myself out of that situation. Obviously not, but at that time, that's what I was thinking. Like when I'm in that jail cell, I was all naked, by the way. I don't know why they had me butt naked like I was crazy or something. And now that I think about that, that's kind of crazy. They showed me get naked. I was like, okay, because at the time I'm like, I guess they're the law. They're like that. I mean, I'm okay. I'm gonna get naked. So I was just sitting there for 3 hours. I was just like, damn. And I literally just kept saying damn to myself because, like, like I was literally like flashbacking because I'm still drunk at this time, guys. I'm like all the memories and the flow and everything of what my mom and what everybody is saying to me is going in my head and it's in there and it's stuck. But then Twisted is in there and he's thinking, he's like, oh my god, these people really be fucking with you, bro. You should just like smoke and drink and smoke. But then I got out of that jail cell. I paid my bond and whatever. I was doing good. I was working at Rain Sushi. Then what happened? Oh, I'm gonna talk about this. Before I moved out to Tulsa, I had a really, I wouldn't say a crisis moment. I would say selfish Fred came out. Very greedy, insecure. No, I feel evil when I talk about this Fred. This Fred was a horrible person, and I wish he would have jumped that night. But thank God he did it. So I had plans to hang out with my friends and hang out with this girl named Haley. Vibe, whatever, chill, whatever. So I end up going out, sneaking out of the house, doing that. But I end up being followed by one of my aunts. Shout out to you. And I like. I wouldn't say I was thinking a lot, but I wasn't really thinking a lot until I heard these words. I don't know if I heard the words from that person, but I like two things clicked that night. So anyway, I heard she's following me, whatever, tracking me, whatever, and like this thing came about clicking in my brain, like why do I drink, why do I smoke, why I want to hang out with my friends? But then at the same time, I wasn't drunk, I wasn't high, I wasn't anything. So I was like, I ain't gonna hang out with my friends. What's the problem with hanging out with my friends? So I was still standing on business. Fred, Fred, hindsight, shouldn't stand on business, but and honestly, I was not standing on business. I was just being a dumbass, reckless individual, and I was like, oh, if you're gonna follow me up here to his parking garage, and I was like, and I'm not gonna say I wasn't really thinking about jumping because I genuinely was, but I was thinking like, what if I just jumped out the building right now? What are they gonna do? Who gonna say something? Who gonna care? Because at this time my mom was up in jail and she was like calling me every day. But hold on. But it was more like of a you should be doing this and this and this. More like of like a check on me when she kind of fucked up and realized her falter. So my perspective, that's how I'm thinking about it, like this. Okay. So I'm thinking like, oh, I should jump. But then I'm thinking, oh, Tesla 25, Gold Stream, rapper, Fred. So I literally sit outside in what did I fucking sit? I sit outside this parking garage for like 30-40 minutes. I'm like, okay, I think they're gone. Then I go to like this other like abandoned like tunnel thing. I sit in that parking garage for like 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, I can't keep sitting in parking garages all night. Shit's not gonna work out for me. So I'm loose brain, right? Bowling ball brain. I like that phrase. Bowling ball brain. And I'm like sitting there. I'm just thinking, pondering life, right? And what's the lighter go? Sorry, hold on. a part of their life. All these things are running through my head: legacy, Tesla, 2029, goals, dreams, aspiration. But the one thing that's constantly running through my mind: Fred, what the fuck are you doing? Fred, what the fuck are you doing? I'm telling you, over and over and over and over and over and over and over. This nigga was talking to himself. This nigga's a demon. But really, but like, it was over and 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 over into my head. And that's kind of the point where I realized like, smoking is not really for me. But at the same time, it was ingrained. I've been doing it for like 4 or 5 years, every day straight. So it was really what do you want to call it? An addiction. It was really an addiction at this point. And so like I couldn't physically stop myself, but mentally I was stopping myself, if you know what I mean. So fast forward, we're gonna fast forward like 3 4 months. Talking to my friends every day, David and Jeremiah, talking to them, KP, they're hold on, before we do that. They have all graduated high school. Kudos to them. And they've all what do you want to say? Evolved out of the whole 806 era, the whole Amarillo era. KP's in Austin, David's in Tulsa, Jeremiah's in Mississippi, somewhere. Well, technically Jeremiah was still in Amarillo with me at the time, but then Jeremiah moved out to Tulsa with me and whatever. But at the time they were not in the six, and I wasn't talking to Jeremiah at the time, so I was really at that point alone. Had no one that I could truly be Fred around. David was the only one I like truly could be Fred around because I knew David was my friend before KP's and David's friend. He was my friend first because I met him in Spanish class where I met this one girl named Tamara, and I fell in love with her for a little bit. Not even in love with her. I fell in love with her personality because she liked to play video games. I'm talking way too fast. I fell in love with her personality because she liked to play video games, and that was cool. But then my friend Isaiah stepped in and kind of, he was better looking. He was skinnier. He was stabler. I'm gonna put it like that. He was stabler than me. But at the time I was fat. To me I was fat, but in reality I was fucking fat. I was huge, bro. So like no girl is really gonna want a guy that's huge. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so fast forward a couple months after that incident, the suicide incident. Oh, I didn't even tell you. Hold on, wait a minute. I ended up going to like I think like a Burger King or something, getting Wi-Fi, texting my friends who I was supposed to hang out with that night, David and Jeremiah, and they ended up having like, I wasn't really telling them what was going on. I was kind of just like, I wasn't really being Fred. I was kind of being a hyped up version of me, and I know they knew that I wasn't being really me because David and Jeremiah don't smoke. I know they truly knew that I was not being myself at that time. So, they were like, we went to a gas station. We were just driving around at this point, and they was talking to me, like we was chatting, and then Jeremiah, thank God for Jeremiah, right? He played this song, his J. Cole song, and I forget the name of the song right now, but I know he's gonna see this video and text me the name of the song, so I'll put it in the link in the description. I'll put it in the comments actually. Jamal, he'll put it in the comments. He played this song, and it kind of was like the J. Cole song was so good that J. Cole has to be my top 3. This Little Skies, Drake, then J. Cole. It has to be because the song spoke volumes to me. It opened my eyes, bro, for real. So, fast forward, I end up going back to where I live, or to my grandparents' house, where I was staying after I snuck out and did all that shit. And I end up going, I end up going back home, and I ended up stopped talking to Jeremiah for a little bit. Like, I ended up, I don't even remember the situation why we stopped talking. But I ended up stopped talking to him for a little while, and David had just graduated high school, and he got accepted into Tulsa Welding School. Me and my friends drove him down there, set him up, got him set up in an apartment and everything. Vibes, right? And came back to Amarillo, and KP wasn't here because KP had moved out to Austin with his brother, and I was alone. again. It's crazy. Fred always ends up alone, right? So Fred was alone again, and it's sad to think about. Like, damn, you wouldn't. I wasn't really alone. I had family around me all the time, but like in my perspective, in my mind, to my just self, I was really alone again. Like no one knows the true me because I hide the real me so much. I hide behind the barriers of hurt and sadness so much because I don't cry no more. I can't cry no more. The last time I cried was I have two last times I cried. The last time I cried was my dad's funeral. I cried and I told myself I'm never gonna cry again that day. And then I cried another time. I was trying to meditate. I started thinking about my dad, and I ended up just breaking down into tears. Those are the last two times I've cried, and I promised myself I'm never going to cry again. I'm never going to ego, right? This is where my ego came in, right? My ego is like I can't cry, I can't falter, I can't fail, I can't. It should be won't. I won't. But to me, it's can't. I can't cry, I can't falter, I can't be a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I can't show my emotion how I truly want to show my emotion because pain, pain is the best way I could describe it. It's pain. Kotsky, bro. Pain. I'm gonna. Ugh. Anyway. 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 Fast forward. I ended up going to Job Corps. To go to Job Corps, you have to be sober. So I ended up going to Job Corps to try to straighten up my life. My dad did the same thing. Got his. I think my grandparents said he got a CDL there. I literally can't remember, but it was my grandparents' idea for me to go to Job Corps. It wasn't my idea. It was my grandparents' idea. But it was actually a really good fucking time at Job Corps. I've met some really fucking amazing people. Had some fucking amazing memories from Job Corps. I made the song Talk About It better at Job Corps. I made the song I don't know what that song is called, but it's featuring on SoundCloud. Ken Texas Made. I met Ken there. I met so many good friends and individuals. I was so happy. I was in a fucking newspaper article there at a gay pride event. Convenient how I was hiding how I was gay there, but I won a fucking I won something. I won a T-shirt. I don't know what the T-shirt is right now, but I won a T-shirt. And it was like some of the happiest memories of that I have. Not currently, but in that time. So I end up failing the drug test because before the flight, I've never taken a flight before, but before the flight to Wyoming, it was a 3-stop flight. So I had to stop in Dallas. No, had to stop in Houston. Had to stop in Denver, then hit Wyoming. So 3 planes essentially. So 3 flights. I'm very nervous and I don't like heights. So before I got on that plane, I smoked weed. And that's kind of a regrettable decision now, but perspective-wise, that was the best decision I made. Back, whatever. But it's regrettable, but people are not gonna believe some family members don't believe that I didn't smoke while I was there or whatever. Honestly, I don't know what they believe, but in my head, I don't think they believe that I didn't smoke or that I didn't do this or this or this. I was a really good kid. Like I genuinely was a great kid at Job Corps. I fucking miss it every day. I could go back, but it's not the path that I'm on no more. The whole welding thing that from Job Corps didn't really come from me. It came from David. That's David's thing. I don't I don't really like welding. I don't like anything besides making videos, playing the game, and my boyfriend. I don't really like anything else. My ego is so ego, but my like perception on things is so high that I can't care for anything else other than the things I really care for, like my friends and family members and the game and YouTube and God, of course. But I certainly can't. I can't. I try to see past all the bad so much. I try to see past the bad so much that it breaks me down a little bit. But when I came back from Job Corps, family is obviously disappointed. Like, oh, he in my head obviously disappointed. Like, oh, he's doing the same shit again. I went back to the same bar job I had. I ran sushi. Went back to the same job. Basically, in a sort of way, reverted back to the same thing I was already doing. Because in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I didn't really fail this drug test. They got to redo it, rerun it, or whatever. Oh no, I did fail the drug test. They had to appeal if I did come back, and I wrote this whole like email. I poured my heart into this email, and I still don't know how I didn't get accepted back. But it was a blessing in disguise. Genuinely, thank God that I didn't get sent back, because I never would have met the person I met today, that I'm in love with today. Like I told y'all, 19 years, I was single. I didn't have no one. I didn't really care about females. All my friends, David, Jemiah, and KP, they didn't know I was gay. So the only thing we talked about was females. And me and KP, we would have more, I wouldn't say intelligent, because all we would do is smoke and stuff, but like it was kind of a break from only talking about females. KP's really into stocks and motorcycles, and that's his passion. That's genuinely his passion. Moto KP on TikTok, that's genuinely his passion. Like David, welding is genuinely his passion, and I can't say, I can't say that like, oh, I love KP more than I love David. I love David more than I love Jemiah. I love Jemiah more than I love them all equally. But like me and KP had more mind boggling conversations. David and Jemiah at that time, I'm not saying they still do this now, but like at that time, it was more just the house. What's the house? But I mean, it's cool to talk about that every now and then. But like KP was just a break from it. Like he would talk about stocks and Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and all that type of shit forever. He could write you a fucking 10-page essay about why you should become a stock trader. He can genuinely do that, and it's not something I want to hear or want to talk about every day. But it's kind of a break from like, oh, no, it's kind of a break. It's kind of a break from that. So what am I going into? Oh, so after I left Job Corps, got kicked out of Job Corps. That got kicked out of Job Corps and wrote that appeal and didn't get accepted back. I kind of was like, damn, what am I gonna do now? Damn, what am I gonna do now? And it's kind of the question that was on everybody's mind at that time, which should be, what is he gonna do now? What is he gonna do now? And I'm not gonna lie, I was reverting back into my old ways. I was texting old friends that I shouldn't be texting to pull up to the house and drop off a card, drop off some, mostly cards, so drop off a card or drop off something, right? So it wasn't really, I wouldn't say Amarillo is a bad place, but it wasn't really a good place to be. And I'm glad David and Jemiah did this. So they literally, it was out of the blue. I was laying down in bed doing that, right? And I get a text, and I normally don't answer text when I'm doing that, but something told me, bro, just go ahead and answer the text, bro. So I swipe up on it, and it says, do you want to move out to Tulsa? And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, that'd be a vibe. Live with my friends? Hell yeah. Like, so I was playing like, yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be. And then bro text me, pack your bag, we coming in. We'll be there in 10 minutes. I said, huh? Thinking he's lying. I'm like, bro, you dead ass? Dead ass. I packed that suitcase so motherfucking fast. Because not saying I hated my grandparents or I hated my aunt or I hated anything. I hated the fact of Amarillo. It was such a bad environment. Not environment, but it was just like, I needed to escape. Like my sister Tasia, thank God she got out when she did, because if she would have heard, and no, I'm being honest, if she would have heard that, she probably would have, that nigga, because there's no way he said that to me. I'm not gonna get into it, but not yet at least. But they literally, in a way, saved my life, because I don't think they knew that. I don't think I told them that night that I almost jumped off that. What's it called? Car lot. I don't think I told them that night. I genuinely don't think I told them that night. And I think they were just being good friends, good boys, good brothers, if anything. They were just being, calming me down, telling me that, like, bro, it's gonna be fine, bro. You ain't gotta worry about anything. You ain't gotta stress about anything, bro. God got you. I literally think Jamal said that word to me. Said those words to me. God got you. And at the time, yes, I was not listening, but it still sits with me. Like, to this day, it sits with me. Like, God got me. So I moved out to Tulsa. Let's put this down back in this drink, because I might drink some more in a second. But I moved out to Tulsa with the boys. And And everything starts going good. I get a job at what's first Arby's. I get a job at Arby's, and bro, fire, bro. I'm working every night, working every day almost, hanging out with the bros, playing games, still drinking a little bit, but not smoking no more, guys. Yet I'm not smoking no more, and being a better me, going to church every day, Transformation Church, blessing. Going to church every day, every Sunday, and changing my life. But then Fred didn't like Arby's, so Fred quit Arby's and got a new job at Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's, you get paid every week. Did I do the responsible thing of saving money every week? No. Every week I got paid, I went to go buy a cart and a vape because, no, actually, first, before I started smoking weed again, or carts again, excuse me, I'm sorry, it just came out. Excuse me again. Before I started doing that again, I started vaping. And vaping, David and Jemiah are cool with. Not cool with, but they were like understanding with it or whatever. Because Jemiah and David, they don't like David essentially. I'm gonna say it like that. David essentially doesn't like the fact that I smoke, or the fact that I would try to hide it. That's the thing. That's the thing he doesn't like. But so I was vaping first, and then still wasn't saving money. Still was just being I don't want to say a hog, but reckless. Reckless is very the word. Walking to work every day though, in the snow, in the rain. I was dedicated to Canes, but Canes was my favorite job, to be fair. But I wasn't really. I was on my path up, but I wasn't on my path education wise, business wise, life wise, goal wise, relationship wise, any of that, right? So I'm secretly gay at this time. Well, actually, they know I was gay at this time because I had a crash out moment and told them I was gay, and then they told their parents, and I crashed out on them. But so they knew I was gay and everything. But before I started bringing up that, I started smoking again, and I think they could see the change. At the time, that's all changed. But I was more happy, exuberant. But I wasn't smoking around them. I was just smoking in secret. Which is like in the hindsight of it, I shouldn't even hit it. Like if I'm going, come on, bro, I'm Fred. I'm going to stand on business number regardless what. If I want to smoke, I'm going to smoke. But in that regards, lying to them like that was not the way to go. So they ended up like confronting me like, "Hey, boy, you still been smoking?" And I'm like, I'm not a liar, but like if I'm not a liar, but I am a liar to turn the fin. But like to my boys, I can't lie, and I'm like duh, like not duh, but I'm like yeah. And it was like, bro, we didn't bring you out here to do that. Like exactly his words exactly. We did not bring you out here to do that. If I catch you smoking again, we take you back to Amarillo. And that kind of at the time, ego Fred was like, take me back to Amarillo. But I got a job here. I don't need to live with you, bitch. But at the time, calling him a bitch like that in my head was crazy. But at the time, hindsight wise, it was good. It was a good thing to say to me because it kind of got me back on my straight path, right? But I'm still gay. So the thing I did, I was getting on Grindr. I was like giving. I'm not gonna say explicitly what I was doing, but I was doing some wicked with some guys, right? And I met my boyfriend, and it was crazy because the first night I met him, it was like I wouldn't say fireworks. I'm not gonna describe it like fireworks. I'm not gonna be cringy like that. It was like I would describe it as a fresher breath air, a breath of fresh air. It was someone I could actually genuinely talk to, tell my heart to, feelings to, and not worry about if they gonna laugh at me, if they gonna giggle at me, if they gonna take me. They like someone who can take me serious. And I ended up leaving my friend's house and moving in with my boyfriend. Greatest decision I've ever made in my life. Swear to God. But my friends kind of feel, I mean, I guess you would feel type of way if you brought somebody out to do something and then you told them that, then a couple months later they leave you for a random in their eyes. I mean, I guess in a sense I could see how they could feel some type of fucked up way, but I was genuinely in love and I was still working at Cane's and everything, And bro, I could say it a million times, and I don't think my friends would even believe me, but I genuinely would like. I love I love I love love. If anything, I love romantic movies. Rom coms are my favorite type of genre, and seeing that in a movie and seeing my friends have relationships, seeing them, I'm not gonna say no, I'm gonna say it. Seeing them cheat and do like scandalous shit, even seeing my dad do it, I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't see myself doing that. So getting in this relationship and having, let's talk about it like this, getting in a relationship and then having my friends, let's just say, let's bring it like this. Sorry, David and Jamada, bring y'all up like this and do y'all like this, which I know y'all day ones. Yeah, we locked in. But like to have them talk shit, not really talk shit, but like to have them joke around and play around like we usually do about my relationship fucked with me. Like it fucked with me so much that I had to block both of them. It's funny, but it's like it's something fucked up that I did. But I blocked both of them, and I could no longer be in contact with them because you you know my heart. If anything, you have to know my heart. If anything, and to know my heart and to say what they said, which now looking back on it was a joke. It wasn't really meant seriously. But looking back on that and telling me that and saying all that is fucking crazy. So I took it as like I took it to the heart, literally, because you telling me like, oh, we have this other guy, this other friend Noah, and he gave his opinion on why I was gay, and it's funny. He said I'm only gay for attention, and it kind of pissed me the fuck off. Once again, blood was boiling hot, but it wasn't to the point where I wanted to fight him. But it was like, that's funny, ha ha ha, whatever. But like, are you fucking serious? I mean, I guess he doesn't really know me like David and Jemiah and KP, but like, for someone to come at the time I was living in that house, for someone to come in my house and tell me, "Oh, you're gay for this reason," is fucking crazy. So I ended up moving out the house, living with my boyfriend, and life. I wouldn't say life is perfect. Life is life. Life is gonna do life things. But to be the title of this video, I stay up every morning, every night for about. I stay up late. It's 6:49 in the morning. I stay up hella late. I wake up sometimes hella early. I've lived in Tulsa since September of last year. Guys, family, friends, anybody, ask me how many times I've got a phone call from my mom. Big fat zero. Mind you, I haven't always had the same phone number, haven't always had the same thing, but until I left Amarillo, I was kind of talking to her consistently. We was talking, whatever. And I can't say that I don't love my mom. I love my mom, but I stay up every day, constantly. I'm on my phone every day, literally, and phone has data. Phone because at the time my phone didn't have data or stuff like that when I was like a little jit. By the time I'm at the stable point of when my phone can be datarized and have data, and I could be missed calls here and there, but there's never a missed call from um the number that I know, and it's like crazy because hmm you would think your mom would want to talk to your son, but she don't, and it's crazy because my perspective on everything is I have to see it with face eye value. Because that's the way that it all happened. That's the way I have to see it. I have to see it. So if my friend, like my aunt Shonda would text me, "Are you talking to your mom?" No, and she'll drop the conversation, as she should, because if the person has not called me or contacted me, why should I take the extra step to call them or contact them? Federal prison, I know you can't contact or call, but why should I take the time out of my day, out of my not busy side? I'm not busy, but like if you can't take the time to get my phone number, which he has, my phone number has been the same for fucking so long that I can't even remember another phone number that I had, right? So I stay up every day, late, early morning, night. It don't matter. I could stay up forever if I needed to. I could tell you my phone, sorry, my phone would not ring for that specific reason. My mom would not call me. It could be, oh, she forgot or she doesn't have your number. I know she has my number because my sisters, hold on, I'm not going to crash it and break my phone. But my sisters would literally text me, have you talked to have you talked to mom? 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 No. Does she need my number? 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 I could, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the text because it's crazy. No, actually, let's take one of my mom's friends, right? Let's take one of my mom's friends, right? Right. Okay. So my sisters have my phone number. My aunt has my phone number. She could easily give that to my mom. If they talk and text every day, that's her sister. She should talk to her, whatever. She could easily give her my phone number, right? So I start this journey of YouTube again because I've been on YouTube since I was a kid. But I start this journey of YouTube again, and I you know me. I post a video, my Demon Time official gameplay video for the rapper. I post that video. I'm like, I want this video to get actually good reviews. So I download Facebook again, and I download Messenger. Cause I don't have these two apps installed on my phone. Because why do I need Facebook and why do I need Messenger? I'm not 40 years old, guys. But anyway, I don't use those apps as often as I should. But anyway, I download these apps, and it's December 4th is when I post that video. I spam text everybody on my Messenger, everybody I've ever talked to on Messenger ever. I spam text to everyone. My mom's friend, who I haven't talked to in last conversation was in 2020, and it was my phone died. Where you at? I'm her, and that's the last conversation. I haven't talked to this person since that day, right? So December 4th, I text my video. So December 4th, I text my video by this. Oh, now I gotta find the fucking person again. God damn it. Okay. So December 4th, right there. Oh no, that's Fred talks about Demon Time. But December 4th, I post my video, right? And I spam text to everybody. I'm just proof is everything to me, right? If I don't have proof, it's not logical. So, but God is logical, whatever. But anyway, so she texts me, "Is that you rapping?" Simple text back because I don't use Messenger. Everybody that I sent that to is rapidly texting me, right? Because first off, my Facebook got hacked and there's a bunch of weird females on my Facebook that I don't know, and they talk in Spanish, and I can't really read Spanish because I didn't go to high school, guys. And my mind is focused on this video, and I'm so focused. I'm not at this time. When I posted that Demon Time Further Rapper gameplay video, I was not intoxicated. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking. I've been drinking or smoking for about a month or 2 months, right? So is that you rapping? Yeah. Simple reply back. I don't even get to get the yeah off. I type yeah. Next message immediately. Have you heard from your mom? I don't answer the text back because if she wants to talk to me, she will call my phone. Yes or no? And it could be like, everybody can make these excuses. Oh, maybe she can't. Maybe she. No, bitch. If she wanted to call my phone, she would call my fucking phone. I'm up 24 hours a day, daily. So, she texts that, have you heard from your mom? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't respond immediately, but I don't respond at all. And then she goes, well, that sounds good. And I go, thanks. Then I post a, then I say the following next day, I send the video. Fred talks about Demon Time and what it is. Right? Just me talking about a video, me talking about the song I came out with. Another same thing I did. I go on Facebook, Messenger, I spam texted everybody. But this time it's delivered till Friday. So like that just shows me, or not shows me, but tells me, A, you didn't watch my video. B, you only wanted to check if I talked to my mom. And C, you're not gonna talk to me unless it makes logical sense, but you're not gonna talk to me unless I respond fast or respond back to you in a quick manner. So perspective wise, it angers me so much because I can have love for everybody in the world. I do love everybody in the world, truly. I love my uncle, I love my aunts, I love my whole family. Right? I love my boyfriend more than anything, though. Because the video I posted on Facebook recently was about my whole thing. My hold on, wait. Let me pull up the fucking YouTube studio. My whole thing is. Hold on, I'm getting real choked up. I'm gonna start crying. My whole thing is this perspective, right? My whole thing is, I'm gonna stop before I start crying. But my whole thing is perspective. My whole thing is, what I want to say is, it's how I see things, how I live things, and that's why I say perspective is everything, 100%. Literally, perspective. It's my everything. I'm gonna get it tattooed one day when I'm stop being a baby. I'm gonna get it tattooed right there on my arm, right there, no matter what. But that's why I say Tesla by 2025, and people always try to downplay my Tesla, like it's not a good car. People try to downplay my goals, like it's not a good goal, like it's not a good achievement. Why don't you try to do this faster? Why can't you do this and this and this and this and this? Because I'm not on that path no more. The Fred that people grew up with, or people that they thought they knew, family and friends, that they thought they knew, is no longer that individual. I'm done being the, how do I describe it? I'm done being the fake individual that everybody wants me to be. I'm not gonna be the perfect individual that fucking doesn't smoke and doesn't drink and doesn't get tickets and everything, right? I'm never gonna be that guy. But in my head, I've built myself up that I have to be that guy, and that I have to break those barriers that people, family and friends, have set for me. In my mind also, like that barrier is like that. The wall of like emotion is so like it's thin because my emotion wall is covered up by my anger wall. Because I will become angry so fast before I even start thinking emotionally or logically. Because my anger will take over, and I've literally told my mom I've had anger issues since I was fucking 11. I remember the day I told her we were standing on Orange Street, and everybody, my friends know where that house is. We were standing on Orange Street, not the first time we were standing on Orange Street, but the very first time we were standing on Orange Street when I met KP. I told her to her face I have anger issues, and she looked at me and said, "Boy, stop funny. You're like." She took me as a joke, and I'm like. Since I knew that day I knew back then I wasn't smoking, but like that all sits with me now. She took me as a joke then. She ain't calling my phone now. She's taking me as a joke now. She don't care about Frederick Coleman. That's my legal name. Cause seeing how she don't care about. It's funny now, but seeing how she didn't care about my dad after he died. I mean, she can care about him in her own way. Fine. But seeing how she didn't care about that Frederick Coleman, and then now this Frederick Coleman is here, still on Earth, still walking the Earth, by the way, still making his path. But seeing how she don't care about that Frederick Coleman, and everybody in my family wants her to care about that Frederick Coleman, but she truly don't care about that Frederick Coleman. She gonna do her thing, no, regardless of anything. She is gonna do her thing, and that's why I'm glad my mom's in federal prison. I think that's a good way to end the video. But I still have some shit to say though. Because my perspective on that's why I say my perspective is everything. Because my grandparents can't see life how I'm seeing it. My aunt can't see life how I'm seeing it. Can't see it. They can't see it how I see it. But I know in my heart I got God in my heart and I got God on my side. But at the same time, I'm fighting with these demons. It's funny, but like at the same time it's not fucking funny. But that's the entertainer in me that's trying to be exuberant and loud, but like at the same it's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. I've been talking about this since 5. Fuck. But anyway, but like my perspective on things If she wanted to do it, she should. She could, because what's stopping you from remembering my phone number? I've said my phone number in my sister's chats, in my aunt's chats, so many times. My phone number is consistent and it's not gonna change. So if they wanted to do something, they would do it. That's why my perspective on life is everything. Yes, I have a big ego, and yes, I talk a lot of shit, and yes, some of my raps are fucking ass. Yes, I know this. I truly know this. I know I'm fat. Or wait, let's calm down. I know I'm not fat no more, but I used to be fat. I'm not fat no more. There's no I wouldn't say excuse to smoke, but there's like no reason to hold myself back anymore from all this bullshit. If she wanted to call my phone, she would call my phone. That's as simple as it could get. If she wanted to do it, she could. If I want to Tesla by 2029, I'm gonna do it. If I want to smoke some weed, I'm gonna do it. If I want to be gay, I'm gonna do it. That's why I say I'm gonna stand on business. Because if I want something truly, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm so glad my friends pulled me out of Amarillo to be in Tulsa, because I never would have met the man I met. Oh, I thought he was coming out. I never would have met my baby, my fucking one and only, if I didn't move out to Tulsa. And that's like that's a literally a blessing. Every fucking night, not every night, but every birthday, my goal was I want to have a girlfriend by my birthday. I want to have a girlfriend by my birthday. Did that shit ever motherfucking happen? No, because it wasn't meant to happen. And this year, not this year, last year I was in a relationship. This year I'm gonna be in a relationship. This shit's just like the shit. It's funny. It's so funny, but like it pisses me off because I I shouldn't have been in that situation that I was in, but I'm glad that situation happened at the same time. Like I can say, yeah, I'm glad she's not calling my phone, but in my heart, I'm like, damn, I wish my mom would want to talk to me. I wish she would want to see how Fred the rapper is doing, Fred and Friends. I wish she would want to see how Fred the entertainer is doing, but she don't. And it could be like, oh, she's busy, or oh, she's doing something. Bitch, you in jail. What you got to do? I'm, I'm sorry for calling you a bitch if you see this in the future, but what do you got to do that you can't call my phone? I'm up at all hours of the night. It is 7 a.m. I've been up since 6. My phone hasn't rang, except for the one time it rang for a job interview. If you want to call my phone, call it. If you want to talk to me, call me. This is what the thing, like, family, I love my family to life. For death do us part, family. But there's certain things that I have to love more than I love myself over anything. That's the reason I got skinny, because I didn't want to not to say that this was bad, but I didn't want to die alone like my dad, because he was obviously overweight, because all he did was get on the road, eat fast food, and drive. Obviously, he's gonna be overweight. Obviously, it makes sense. But like seeing him die and then seeing everybody around me flip the script, it's like, wow, I don't want to die like that. I don't want to die at 42. I can't. I can't. And at least if I die, I want to leave something behind more than just some fucking video games and some fucking memories. That's fucking crazy. And to break it down all like this, I am 20 years old, and my dad died when I can't remember, but he died when I was a certain age, right? And I looked back at all those messages, and I was looking back, and it was just me asking for shit, and 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 as a kid should though, but like asking for shit and asking for shit and asking for shit, and I can remember the last conversation I had with my father. Let me put the phone down before I throw it. I can remember the last conversation I had. I was standing outside of PD, and I was waiting for the bus, and he was telling me I can't even remember the conversation that he was talking to me about, and I remember I brought up a new video game I wanted, and he said, yeah, I'm going to get that for you. That is the last conversation I had with my father, and I don't even remember if I said I love you or not. Because I looked in the messages, and I didn't say it there, so why would I say it then? It's crazy to say that, like, damn, I don't say I love you a lot. But, like, fuck, I really genuinely don't say I love you. That's why I get so bothered and emotionally bothered by people that, like, by my friends, certainly, when they like spout opinions about me when they know it's not the fact. Fact. When like my family can spout opinions to me all day, and they can go in one ear and out one ear all day, because I know it's not how I want to be and who I truly am. But when my friends do it, when people that truly know me do it, and they spout an opinion, and they know that opinion is not true, I will crash out and I will block you immediately and I will never talk to you again. That's just how I think, and that's how I have to. That's how I have to, but how I had to think. But now, this YouTube channel, I'm breaking down all the barriers. This video has been going for an hour and 14 minutes, and I still don't feel tired yet because I'm just talking. But like, guys, my perspective on life is everything to me, and this is why I'm so glad. It's just. It hurts to say this, but it's like I'm glad my mom got arrested. I'm glad she got a new husband, took care of them kids, fucking showed me. It's. I'm glad my mom showed me that she ain't shit, because it showed me that females ain't shit, and that my niggas is always gonna be my niggas for life. It just showed me that, because my grandparents and people around me can tell me, yeah, your mom is doing this and this and this, but until I physically see that with my eyes, I'm not gonna believe it. I'm not gonna believe it. But until I physically see it, it can't be reality. And then I saw reality for a fact, and it almost fucking killed me. Y'all wouldn't be seeing this video right now. It literally almost killed me. I don't know if I'm gonna end the video there. I don't know if I want to talk some more or go lay down. But that's been your boy, Fred and Friends. Fred the rapper, Fred the entertainer, Fred the singer. Fred anything I want to do, I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I don't feel heavy chested no more though. But I feel like I'm glad to get all that off my chest. I feel like I'm about to cry and break down. That's probably why I want to end the video. But I'm genuinely excited to see where this YouTube goes, where this YouTube stuff goes. I'm genuinely excited to see where this relationship goes. I have a new video, or a video idea that I just thought of in my head, or not thought of, just thought of. But me and my boyfriend the other day, we went to World Market, and I want to get like a little bit of snacks from World Market and do like me and my boyfriend tried, Americans tried different snacks from China, UK, because it's World Market, so they have snacks from anywhere, and like rank them from 1 to 10. That's like a good video idea I have. But I mean, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment your favorite part. I guess. I mean, this is not really a. This is just a get to know me video, I guess. But yeah, damn. I don't think I can even post an hour and 47-minute video. Well, I posted the live stream. We gonna see though. But that's been your boy Fred the rapper. That's been your boy Fred. It's been your boy everything. Twisted vibes. But genuinely, guys, like people in life, reality, if they wanted to do it, they would do it. That's all I gotta say. That's how I'm gonna end it. If they wanted to do it, they would do it. It's been your boy Fred the rapper, coming at you live from the power of the internet. I didn't even do that in the beginning. Did I do that in the beginning? I don't remember. But it's been your boy Fred the rapper, Fred the entertainer, and I'm out. Peace.